She tiptoed through the wooden floor, her laughter curling round the door. I couldn't see the light she wore, but I could feel her even more. She'd hum a tune of daisy fields, of winds that spun forgotten reels. And though the world stayed dark and wide, she colored all I held inside. I heard her smile through the air, like music no one else could share. A gentle note, a quiet flame that said I'm here without a name. She gave me more than sight could give, a reason deep enough to live. I heard her smile, and it was like she traced my hand with patient grace and showed me dreams I couldn't face. Her world became my guiding sound. In every echo she was found. She left before the spring could stay, but in my soul she walks each day. No photograph, no scented note, just melodies her voice once wrote. I heard her smile through the air, like music no one else could share. A gentle note, a quiet flame that said I'm here without a name. She gave me more than sight could give, a reason deep enough to live. I heard her smile, and it was like she never said goodbye out loud, but every silence speaks her now.
You still knock twice, same time each week. No need to talk, no need to speak. You bring the bread, I warm the tea, and just like that you sit with me. We don't rewind, we don't explain. We've made our peace with joy and pain. You smile like it's a brand new start, and place your hands where once held heart. You're still there on Tuesday night, same old cold porch bathed in light. Still tell that joke, I fake the laugh. You cut the bread, I pour the half. And maybe we don't dream as white, and maybe time has changed our stride. But if you show up once a week, then love still finds the words we seek. We missed some years, we lost the thread, but never said what went unsaid. And though we live in different rooms, we share the scent of late perfumes. The silent distance now is not so sharp. We've grown into a different part. But when you sit and sip your tea, it still feels like you're here with me. You're still there on Tuesday night, still ask me how I sleep at night. You hum that tune, I take the cue and hum along like I still do. No promises, no plans to keep, just quiet love that runs so deep. So if you're here next week again, then that's enough to let me mend. I watched you from across the street. Your laughter soft, your smile so sweet. I knew your name, not much beyond, but in my dreams our hearts would bond. You never knew, you never guessed how many thoughts you once possessed. I kept it quiet like the breeze, a secret carried through the trees. A letter I never sent, with all the words my silence meant. Each line a hope I softly penned, but never found the nerve to send. You'll never know what you became, a candle flickering in my name, a love I never quite began. You passed me by 100 times. I wrote your name in crooked rhymes. No one could read the love I drew, no one but me and maybe you. A fleeting glance, a half-turned head, the almost things I never said. They echo still, though years have flown, like stories etched in skin and bone. A letter I never sent, with all the words my silence meant. Each line a hope I softly penned, but never found the nerve to send. You'll never know what you became, a candle flickering in my name, a love I never quite began. Maybe you've long forgotten me, or never knew how deep it'd be. But late at night I still pretend that you once read what I never sent. A letter I never sent, but in my heart it never went. A love I lived and kept inside, where dreams and silence softly hide. You said my name like it was new, like something fragile, soft and true. Not like a sound the world had used, but something tender, never bruised. You never called me just to speak. You held my name like it was weak. like you had read what's left behind. And now I hear it differently. It means the me you helped me see. So when I say like you had read what's left behind. And now I hear it differently. It means the me you helped me see. So when I say I love you too, I hope you You gave me roses made of red, paper petals where your words were said. I kept them safe upon my shelf, too young to love to shine myself. You said you'd call when school was done, but summer came and you were gone. I checked the phone each afternoon, still holding tight to a silly tune. Roses on the shelf, whispers of my younger self. They never bloomed, they never died, just stayed where all the tears could hide. You were my world, my little dream. Now you're just part of the seam. Years have gone like faded lace, but I still see your smiling face. Though life moved on, some things won't fade, like that last note you softly played. Paper roses on the shelf, folded pieces of myself. Though time forgets, I still recall the boy who never wrote at all, sweet as a song no one could sing, but still I kept everything. He asked if I chipped white cups and cloudy gray. He stirred his tea. I bit my lip and smiled behind my fingertip. The clock just ticked, but time stood still as silence filled what words can't fill. Just one cup of tea, that's how it starts. A sugar cue to open hearts. No orchestra, no grand marquee, just quiet hope and honesty. It wasn't much, but meant the most. A simple sip, a silent toast to just one cup of tea. The rain began to tap the glass and blurred the cars that hurried past. He reached to wipe a drop from mine and somehow made the moment shine. We didn't talk of destiny or write our names on any tree, but every breath and blink and grin felt like a world we just begin. Just one cup of tea, that's how it starts. A sugar cue to open hearts. No orchestra, no grand marquee, just quiet hope and honesty. It wasn't much, but meant the most. A simple sip, a silent toast to just one cup of tea. We still return each Thursday 3 for just one more cup of tea. Your jacket still hangs by the door, like you might walk in like before. The sleeves still smell of rain and pine, and somehow still feel close to mine. I wear it when the night grows cold, pretending you're still here to hold. The fabric knows what we once had, the laughs, the tears, the good, the bad. Whispers in your jacket stay. They say the things you didn't say. The scent, the feel, the weight, the thread. A love that lingers, though it's dead. I wrap it close and close my eyes and hear the jacket whisper lies. They say move on, they always do, but coats don't care who's loving who. It's you in seams and buttons worn, a memory I never mourn.
Leaves were falling golden red. She wore a scarf around her head. The breeze would catch her perfume soft, and I would breathe it getting lost. She spoke of poems, dreams and skies, the kind you see in lovers' eyes. I held her hand like parson, afraid to break what might have been. When autumn smelled like her, I knew the world had changed its shape and hue. A touch, a smile, a fleeting stir, the air itself remembered her. Though seasons pass and winds prefer, no scent compares to when I knew her.
We walked through dusk on cobbled streets with whispered songs and shuffled feet. She said goodbye without a tear, but left her echo in the year. And sometimes when the air is still, her ghost returns against my will. A trace of warmth, a hidden blur, the past comes back and smells like her.
When autumn smelled like her, I knew the world had changed its shape and hue. A touch, a smile, a fleeting stir, the air itself remembered her. Though seasons pass and winds prefer, no scent compares to when I knew her.
And every fall I stop and wait for winds that carry twist of fate. But all I find in leaves that stir is just the scent of when I lost her.
There's a house at the end of Hollow Lane, with window panes that we kissed through the rain. The porch still creaks the way it did when we were young and love was hid. The lilacs bloom beneath your room, their scent would float like a quiet tune. You'd lean outside with sleepy eyes, and I would wave beneath the skies. But seasons passed and life pulled wide. The lilacs wilted when you died. I come back here from time to time to find the past that once was mine, where the lilacs used to grow. Silence in the breeze, and empty steps and barren trees. Still I whisper soft and low to where the lilacs used to grow. I touch the fence you painted blue. The cracks run deep like memories do. I saw your name still carved in bark, a love we etched beneath the dark. And though they say we move along, I still return with every song. Your ghost is kind, it doesn't cry. It waits for me where flowers die, where the lilacs used to grow. Time stands still and doesn't show. And though the petals fade from view, they bloom each time I think of you. So here I stand, and here I know you loved me once and loved me so. She walked beneath a neon glow, with secrets only young hearts know. A daisy pinned behind her ear, a quiet smile, no hint of fear. The lamplight danced along her way, like stars had followed her to stay. Each step she took, the night would sing of first love blooming in the spring. There's moonlight in her shoes tonight, a rhythm soft, a glowing light. Each heartbeat writes a gentle tune that only plays beneath the moon. The city sleeps, but she still moves in whispered dreams and velvet grooves. She passed the cafe where they met, a corner bench she won't forget. Their hands once touched, so shy, so true. A moment fast but deeply blue. The past now trails her like perfume, a gentle ghost within the gloom. And though the night is quiet still, her heart still echoes where it will. There's moonlight in her shoes tonight, a rhythm soft, a glowing light. Each heartbeat writes a gentle tune that only plays beneath the moon. The city sleeps, but she still moves in whispered dreams and velvet grooves, with moonlight dancing in her shoes. She walks alone but not apart, for love still lingers in her heart.
with stitched up dreams and words unsaid. My mama wore it long ago, down an aisle soft as snow.
She said love's not a lightning storm, it's where your heart feels safe and warm. And in each thread I see her grace, a promise song in ivory lace, a promise in the lace, a vow of slow embrace. No need for diamonds, grand display, just faith that love will find its way. I press it close, I keep the space for someday in that lace.
There's a photo by the windowsill of Mama smiling, standing still. The wind had caught her veil that day, like blessings trying not to stray.
I never met the man she lost, but in her voice I feel the cost. Still she believed with open face in every thread of wedding lace, a promise in the lace, a vow of slow embrace. No need for diamonds, grand display, as faith that love will find its way. I press it close, I keep the space for someday in that lace. So when he comes I'll know it's true, and Mama's lace will dance like new.
Your old blue coat as we sway slow by the garden road. I hear you laugh in the distant breeze, like it never left, like you're here with me. I close my eyes, I see softest voice still in my ear. Once again this night reminds me of your arms, the way you'd find me spinning slowly in your light under stars that held us tight. Time can't steal what you're still dancing in my name. The roses bloom just like they knew. The secrets only we walked through. My fingers trace the sky above, searching for a fading love. Every shadow holds your trace. Still I smile, Cause that held us tight. Time can't steal what we became. You're still dancing in my name. Maybe dreams are just echoes of truth. Cause in dreams I still dance with you.
They cheer for roses on the floor, for handwritten songs, for slamming doors. But we just sit and pass the tea, and somehow that's enough for me. We don't need violins to play, or speeches made in grand ballet. You fold my coat, I kiss your hand. We build a world from grains of sand. No one claps for quiet love, for simple touch or look or shove. No curtain call, no sky above, just you and me, and that's enough. They want the passion, not the peace. They chase the star, not what will keep. But love, I think, is in the still, the brushing teeth, the nightly chill.
Each night I walk this quiet street, where echoes hum beneath my feet. And in the dark, I always find a window lit, soft and kind. She never waves, she never calls, but I still watch those glowing walls. A yellow lamp, a shadow sway. She's there, the words drift far. The light in her window keeps me warm through every silence, every storm. Though we've been lost in time's cruel bend, the winds may blow, to see her light and softly go. She said goodbye one April day, but left her light to guide my way. Now even love that slips apart can leave a candle in the heart. The light in her window shines so true, it speaks the words we never knew. And though I'll never call her mine, I love her from the painted line where every step is faint and slow, but still her light will glow.
We weren't the type to fall too fast. We'd walk, not run, just let it last. You liked your coffee cold and slow. I like to talk with nowhere to go. We didn't meet in flashing lights. No whirlwind love, no restless nights. Just steady steps on quiet ground, and hearts that listen to the sound. We took the long way into love. No fireworks from skies above, just little notes and hands that stay. A softer kind of serenade. We didn't rush to cross the line. We made no vows, we drew no signs. But every look and word you say still makes me glad we went this. We missed some turns, we lost the map. Took breaks, took naps, took all the gaps. But even when we took it slow, there wasn't anywhere else to go. I saw the world behind your eyes, a patient blue and open sky. You never tried to make it shine, you just showed up and you were mine. We took the long way into love, with Sunday walks and stars above. No need to chase what's fast or bright. We found it all in morning light. And maybe someday we'll forget which street we met, which bench we sat. But I'll remember how it grew, this quiet old were slow, then let it be. I take the long way endlessly. Some people fall, some people run, but I walked in and you were the
I've watched you laugh 1,000 times across the room in quiet lines. I kept my heart behind the beat, afraid to let it skip or speak. The band plays soft, the crowd is thin. It's just the night and you and him. But I still wait for just one glance before the end, before the chance. When the lights go low and the world slows down, I still dream of you in that midnight gown. While the music fades, my heart still plays a love too shy to ever show. But I still feel it when the lights go low. The jukebox hums a lonesome tune. Your shadow drifts beneath the moon. I whisper words you'll never hear, but they've lived in me for years. When the lights go low and the stars lean in, I still see you lie. You've always been, though you never knew, I always knew this quiet love that couldn't grow, but still lives on when the lights go low.
This room still holds the sound of you, a whispered laugh, a memory true. The curtains move like you once did, in gentle ways your soul still hid. Your sweater's draped across the chair, the scent of time still lingers there. And every night I walk alone through echoes of what we had known. This house still breathes what once was ours, like wilted blooms in empty jars. Though you are gone, the love remains in every picture, every stain, a quiet ghost that haunts these hours. Of all the ones once was ours. I clean the dust, but never you. You're in the light that filters through. And though I smile when people see, I'm always dancing silently. This house still hums with faded tunes. Your shadow walks through all the rooms. I'd trade the world to feel you near, but some goodbyes just never clear. So I still wait beneath the stars for what once was ours. You stood there in that summer dress, hair like waves the moonlight blessed. The world felt quiet, time stood still, like fate had bent to match our will. And every glance a silent vow, as if we'd loved for years till now. The stars looked down, they seemed to know the kind of love that softly grows. When the moon was ours and the sky was clear, we danced so slow with hearts so near. Your hand in mine, no words to say, just dreams that wouldn't fade away. We held the night like a sacred song in a world where nothing felt wrong. When the moon was ours to hold. Your breath was warm, your voice so low. You whispered truths I'll never show. The wind just sighed like it agreed that love like this was all we need. You smiled as if the stars were closed, like every kiss was heaven's prose. The past and future slipped away, we only had that night to stay. When the moon was ours and the sky was clear, we danced so slow with hearts so near. Your hand in mine, no words to say, just dreams that wouldn't fade away. We held the night like a sacred song in a world where nothing felt wrong. When the moon was ours to hold. It lives in me, that gentle fire, a moment lit by sweet desire. Though time has turned and moved us on, that night still plays a fading song. When the moon was ours and love was true, I only saw the stars and you. One quiet night, one dance, one gleam, a timeless love, a perfect dream. When the moon was ours to hold.
tied around her hair, barefoot in the summer heat. We talk about the silliest things, chalk hearts drawn in faded rings. I never thought she'd walk away, but autumn winds don't let hearts stay. Now the bench is just a bench, and her name's a ghost in French, scrawled once on that old oak tree. She used to wait for me. Now I walk alone quietly through all the places we used to be. She'd hum the song from '63, the one her father used to sing. We danced so slow beneath the dusk, when every dream wore angel wings. She asked me once if I would stay. I smiled and let the words delay, but silence speaks and hearts grow cold when promises are left untold. Now the bench is just a bench, and her name's a ghost in French, scrawled once on that old oak tree. She used to wait for me, and I still walk that street alone. A boy who turned to stone. Maybe time's not meant to bend, maybe not all love has an end.
Your hand's still in mine, but the clock's near midnight. Your suitcase is packed, and the car waits outside. The stars look the same, but the night feels colder. Each breath we take makes goodbye feel closer. We've danced through storms, we've sung through spring, but now we're quiet, not saying a thing. I wanna ask if this is the end, but silence is louder than words again. Stay a little longer, don't go just yet. Let's sit in the dark where we first met. Hold me like time has stopped for us, like the world is just the two of us. Even if your heart has made its choice, let me hear it in your voice. We don't have to promise what won't be. Just give me this memory.